$234 that everybody pays, $294.60 that you do, and then there's 6 pages explaining how they came up with the $294.60. All we need is the front page that shows the amounts, and that comes every year.
And we send it to you.
Yes, well, you wait. You send me the letter, and in about middle of January, they send it, when you're taking Social Security, they send you a 1099 form. Because all the 1099s have to be out by the end of January, so you can start doing your taxes. You get a copy of the 1099 for 2018, the letter that was received before the year began, copies of those two, send it, and there's now a cover sheet, which I will email everybody in January.
But if you're not taking Social Security?
If you're not taking Social Security, it's copies of the billing statements, a proof of payment, and the letter.
Okay.
This letter,
Yeah.
I have like a mental block when
Okay.
it comes to Medicare. Anything that came in, going in there, it's not registered. Now you're talking about a letter.
Right. Okay, there is a way, if you go to mysocialsecurity.gov and you go down in, there's a place where you can click a button and it'll do a different formal letter and it'll show what you're paying for Medicare.
So
I don't have
that's
that
the
screen
letter
here.
you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah. Something, it's going to say, you know, this is your Social Security benefit and this is what your Medicare is. It's a different format, but just something from them showing, you know, what you're supposed to pay.
Okay, so you have PIP, you don't buy into Part B, you're supposed to C.
Well, you do buy into Part B. Well, you do, but you're in the Part C plan. You're still paying the equivalent of the Part B.
Okay,
It's just that everything's all done in once.
all right.
And there are some limits in terms of HMO type things, like, but the things you've been used to already with being in here.
Okay, so you still go by this chart?
Yeah.
Payment for the
Yeah,
payment.
oh, absolutely. Yes,
All right, I'm not Medicare eligible yet, but my husband will be in May,
okay.
right? Not a city employee, he's a retired federal employee, they give him nothing.
No,
All right, but under me, he's eligible.
absolutely.
Okay, so, but where does he go on this form? I mean, is he the retiree?
No,
Is he
no,
my
he's the dependent.
He's my husband is my dependent?
Yes, for the
I can't
city.
wait to tell him that. I can't wait to.
Well, what you do also is, when you see his letter about how much extra he's gonna pay,
Yeah.
you show him this chart and say, oh, that money's coming back, but guess what? It's not coming to you, it's coming to me, because I'm the member.
Get it straight.
So you gotta be nice to me, maybe I'll give you back a couple $100 out of what you're costing me.
Okay, and just to clarify, once we complete this, with the card, a copy of the
Yeah.
card goes to you, not directly?
No, send it to us.
Got it,
Send
thank
it
you.
to us. What we do is we scan it a couple of places, we put it in, we have an imaging system that we've had for,
This is where you sent this, right?
no, you send it to me at the welfare
Oh,
fund.
okay,
You know, this is something we're doing for you.
okay.
You know, UFP will not do this for their members. PBA will not do this for the members. We do it for you because we want to make sure it's done right. And it makes it easier for us when money comes out and yours doesn't come in. You know, we don't like being yelled at. And the quickest way to get yelled at is to not give a retiree their money. Yes?
Two questions. So again, on the form, it says here, send the copy, the Medicare card to attention Medicare
Yeah.
unit, 40 Rector Square,
Right.
3rd floor. Do we send it there? Or
No,
do
you
we
send it to me.
Got it.
Send it to me and we'll deliver it to them.
Okay, perfect. So the
Yeah,
next
so that way, so one of the people that does Medicare cards down there one time made a comment, made a big sigh. There's so many Medicare cards. So when I heard that, I knew even more that we should do this. It used to be, send it to the city, send it to your health plan. We used to send it to GHI, they say, forget about it because we get a direct feed from Medicare of who's becoming Medicare eligible and from the city. So we just keep it here, it's secure.
Great.
And,
Don't get hit by a bus.
well, Chrissy will take care of it.
Okay, second question is, we talked about the reimbursement of the $1,600 in
Right.
April.
Right.
What about the?
This will come, as long as you've applied by the end of September for the previous year, you'll get it in October. The IRMA comes in October
September
now.
2019.
Yeah, September 2019, you'll get that, whatever it was for 18 for the IRMA in
So the
in
premium
October.
comes in April and the IRMA comes in October.
In October, as long as you've applied for it. And the IRMA you have to apply for every year.
Oh, so two separate applications, one for the premium, one?
Well, the premium is one time, which is submitting the Medicare card.
Right.
For the IRMA, this is recalculated every year. In 2018, it was based on your income in 2016. So if you sold the Brooklyn Brownstone for 1.2 million in 2016, you're seeing the effect of that and you're paying the 428 now. My guess is, you know, if you sold the Brooklyn Brownstone in 16, you may not have another one in 17. So when you don't have that influx of 1.2 million, then it drops you down. Maybe you're only going to pay $53.50 a month. So they calculate it every year, which is why that letter in November is important, because that tells you what you're going to pay next
Right.
year.
So every year.
They base it on the 2 years before tax return because they can't do it on, they couldn't do 18 on 17 because people still had extensions going from April of 17 for the 16 taxes, so, for the 17.
Each year you have to send you the
Yeah, yeah.
notice.
Right, and what I will do is, when I know that 1099s are showing up, I will send an email to everybody with the cover sheet that needs to be signed. So you fill out the cover sheet, you sign it, send me the documents, and then we'll scan them, and somewhere April, May, we start taking them downstairs. We took down 650 the first day we took them down this year. They were all alphabetized and all checked, and Linda groaned, but then she said thank you. And those were in, so.
I don't know, maybe we're just a bit, 2 steps behind you, but we were just saying, IRMA is one thing and 1,600 is another?
Yeah. The 1,600 is 134, the standard amount everybody pays. 134 times 12 is 1,600 and change. That comes automatically in April. It's deposited into your account at the next April.
No letter.
No.
nothing.
As long as you send in a copy of your Medicare card, that money keeps coming.
And that is a premium, or is that?
That's the standard premium. The
Right.
standard amount that everybody pays, the minimum amount.
So if you paid more, then you're talking about IRMA?
Yeah, then you're talking about IRMA, yes.
And that premium, you send in a copy of your Medicare card to CSA?
Right.
And then that's it?
That's it, one time.
And then every
Year you send in for the IRMA, because
Right.
that could change. If
And
you
that's
reach,
done in April?
Right.
And it's reimbursed sometime in October?
yeah.
When would that letter have come that you have to apply? I mean, to...
When did you turn 65?
Well, I did it, but my husband did. I'm turning 60.
Okay.
So...
When did he turn
pays no
60?
attention to-
When did he turn 65?
He turned 65 years ago.
Oh,
4 years ago.
okay, then he would be getting a letter every year in in November.
Okay.
So in November of 17, he would have received a letter saying what he was going to pay for Medicare Part B in 18.
Okay.
If you can't find that, do you think it was more than the standard amount? If you can get me copies of the 1099 forms for him from Social Security, we can probably get that through.
Okay. Would it be addressed to him or addressed?
It would be addressed to him, the 1099 would be addressed to him. Medicare is an individual program, so it would be addressed to him.
And the IRMA letter would be addressed to him as well?
Yes. Everything would come to him. And if you hadn't sent in a copy of his Medicare card, send it in now.
He does.
He gets the standard amount? Okay.
And this letter goes to...
The IRMA reimbursement form, is that emailed to us?
Yes, I will email it to you. I will email it to you because for the first time in 2018, for the 2017 year, they changed the form. And they now require you to sign it. They didn't used to require a signature. So 2 years ago I said, okay, send me the form, the IRMA. So I got the IRMA and I just piled them up, and then for 3 days all I did was IRMA forms. And so I said, I'm going to get smart. All they've ever done to the IRMA form is change the year and to change the dates. So I took the PDF, I edited it so it said 2017, And by the end of March, we had 650 of them done. And the end of March, we found out that they changed the form. And now they wanted signatures. So for one of the few times in my life I was deer in the headlights, like how, I mean, it's bad enough getting people to send me the right forms. Now I gotta go back to 650 people and say, you gotta sign this too? But they said no, for this year they would allow basically any form. Because people would take a previous form, cross it out, send it in. But now going forward, they're gonna require it. I already know the change, we'll make the change, we'll get it out in January. We'll have it on the website, so that everybody will have it. Yeah.
So, to get this straight, I'm in the 267.90.
Okay.
So I would get 133.90 times 12 IRMA, so I would get
Right.
reimbursed twice then.
Right, you get reimbursed twice. You get the 1,600 up front
Right,
in April,
in April.
and then you get the 133.90 times 12.
But you have to apply.
You have to
that
apply
with
for
the-
that extra.
With the IRMA letter.
That's right, yeah.
So, okay. And the other thing is, I got a social security with the number.
Okay.
And then I sent it to you.
Yeah.
But I got,
That's fine.
I got now the one with the
Letters,
letters.
right. If you previously send in a social security card with numbers,
Yeah,
you don't need to send in the new one.
okay.
They just need to know, I mean, everybody's system is still geared to social security number. That's why there's now a cover sheet. Because Dennis Ray at ABC 123, which Dennis Ray is it, right? So if you tell them, I'm Dennis Ray, who's 111-222, whatever, oh, you're that Dennis Ray, boom, we put it in. That's why they want the cover sheet. It's a pain, but that's how they figured out they had to do it. And going forward, if all you get is the one with the letters, that's why we need this, which is why I wanted to put it here. Yes,
What's the best way to send all this documentation in? Can we fax it?
you can fax it, you can email it, you can mail it. Trust me, the staff knows where it goes. If you want a fax, I'll give you a direct fax number that comes to my office. Sometimes, for some strange reason, if it goes to the corporate fax, it sort of goes who knows where. But one of the perks of being the administrator is to have a personal fax machine. 212-962